Hey everybody, Sav here. Your brain is a wild, powerful thing. It's like having a Ferrari, and only ever driving it in first gear. We're talking about unlocking the matrix of your mind. You ever see those memory champions or chess masters? That's brain power. And the cool thing is, we can all learn how to do that. In this video, we're diving deep into the science of brain power. We're going to uncover the secrets to thinking faster, learning smarter, and making better decisions. Get ready to unlock some serious mental potential. This is about to get wild. Alright, first things first, we gotta talk about neuroplasticity. It's a fascinating concept that essentially means your brain is not set in stone. Instead, it's incredibly flexible and can change its structure and function in response to new experiences, learning, and even injury. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to change and adapt throughout your life. This means that no matter your age, your brain is always capable of forming new neural connections. This adaptability is what allows us to learn new skills, recover from brain injuries, and even improve our cognitive functions. Think of your brain like a muscle. Just like how you can strengthen your biceps or abs through regular exercise, you can also strengthen your brain through mental exercises. The more you challenge your brain, the more resilient and powerful it becomes. The more you work it out, the stronger it gets. This means engaging in activities that push your cognitive limits, like solving complex problems, learning new information, or even engaging in creative pursuits. So, how do you exercise your brain? It's simpler than you think. Activities like reading, studying, and even engaging in thoughtful conversations can stimulate your brain and promote neuroplasticity. Learning new skills is like hitting the gym for your brain. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, mastering a musical instrument, or diving into a new subject, these activities challenge your brain and encourage it to grow. Ever wanted to learn a new language? Pick up a musical instrument or try coding? Go for it. These activities not only provide a sense of accomplishment, but also stimulate different parts of your brain, enhancing your cognitive abilities. It's challenging, but it's building new pathways in your brain. Every time you push yourself to learn something new, you're essentially rewiring your brain, making it more efficient and adaptable. And don't underestimate the power of a good puzzle. Engaging in activities like solving puzzles or playing strategic games like chess can significantly boost your brain power. Sudoku, crosswords, even brain training apps, they're giving your brain a workout. These activities challenge your problem-solving skills and improve your memory and concentration. Even small changes can make a big difference. Simple actions like brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand or taking a different route to work can stimulate your brain and promote neuroplasticity. Switching up your routine can do wonders for your brain. By constantly challenging your brain with new experiences and tasks, you keep it active and engaged, ensuring it remains healthy and sharp throughout your life. Let's talk about optimizing your study sessions. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone looking to learn something new, the way you study can make a huge difference in how well you retain information. Cramming all night is about as effective as trying to fill a bathtub with a teaspoon. It might feel like you're making progress, but in reality, you're just exhausting yourself and not retaining much. Luckily, there are effective techniques like spaced repetition and active recall. These methods are backed by science and used by memory champions around the world. Spaced repetition is all about timing. It's a technique where you review the material at increasing intervals. This method leverages the psychological spacing effect, which helps you remember information more effectively. Instead of cramming, you space out your study sessions over time. For example, you might review a topic one day, then again 2 days later, then a week later, and so on. This helps reinforce the material in your long-term memory. It's like building muscle memory. Just as athletes practice their skills repeatedly to improve, you need to consistently review and challenge yourself with the material you're learning. You gotta keep at it, consistently challenging yourself. The more you engage with the material, the better you'll understand and remember it. This gives your brain time to absorb and retain information. Then there's active recall. This technique involves actively trying to remember information without looking at your notes. This is where you force your brain to retrieve information from memory. Try using flashcards, which are a great tool for active recall. Write a question on one side and the answer on the other, and test yourself regularly. Another effective method is teaching the material to someone else. When you explain a concept in your own words, it helps solidify your understanding. Or take a self-test to see how much you remember. The more you practice recalling information, the stronger those neural pathways become, It's like creating a well-trodden path in your brain, making it easier to access the information when you need it. Imagine learning a new language. At first it might seem overwhelming, but with consistent practice and the right techniques it becomes more manageable. Actively try to speak it, even if it's just basic phrases. The more you use the language, the more comfortable you'll become with it. The results are worth it. By using techniques like spaced repetition and active recall, you can optimize your study sessions and learn more effectively. So, start implementing these strategies today and see the difference for yourself. Let's talk about cognitive biases. These are mental shortcuts our brains use to process information quickly. While helpful, they can lead to flawed decisions. One big one is confirmation bias. This is our tendency to seek out information that confirms our existing beliefs. Then there's the availability heuristic. We overestimate the likelihood of something happening based on how easily we recall examples. These biases can cloud our judgment. But once you're aware of them, you can start to recognize and challenge them. Cultivate a healthy sense of skepticism. Question your assumptions, look for evidence, and be open to being wrong. Approach life with a scientist's mindset. Let's talk about memory. Memory is a fascinating aspect of our cognitive abilities. It's something we rely on every day, whether we're trying to remember a friend's birthday, a grocery list, or the details of a complex project at work. But have you ever wondered how memory works and how you can improve it? We all want to remember things better, right? Whether it's for academic purposes, professional growth, or personal satisfaction, having a sharp memory can make a significant difference in our lives. Imagine being able to recall information effortlessly, impressing your peers with your knowledge, and feeling more confident in your abilities. Your memory isn't set in stone. It's a dynamic and adaptable part of your brain. Just like your muscles, your memory can be trained and strengthened with the right techniques and practices. This means that no matter where you start, you have the potential to enhance your memory skills. It's like a muscle you can train and enhance. Regular mental exercises, just like physical workouts, can lead to significant improvements. Activities such as puzzles, reading, and even learning new skills can contribute to a more robust memory. One powerful technique is the method of loci, or the memory palace. This ancient method has been used for centuries by memory champions and scholars alike. It involves creating a mental map of a familiar place and associating the information you want to remember with specific locations within that place. Create a mental image of a familiar place and associate things you want to remember with specific locations. For example, you could imagine your living room and place different items you need to remember on the furniture. The more detailed and vivid your mental image, the more effective this technique will be. It sounds crazy, but it works. Many people have found success with this method, reporting that it helps them recall information more quickly and accurately. The key is to practice regularly and make the images as vivid and unusual as possible. Imagine yourself walking through your house and placing each item in a specific location. As you mentally walk through your house, you'll be able to recall each item based on its location. This technique leverages the brain's natural ability to remember spatial information. The more vivid and unusual the images, the better. Our brains are wired to remember things that stand out, so don't be afraid to get creative with your mental images. The more unique and colorful, the more likely you are to remember them. Another technique is using mnemonics. Mnemonics are memory aids that help you remember information by associating it with something easier to recall. This could be a rhyme, an acronym, or even a song. The goal is to create a mental shortcut that makes the information more accessible. These are memory aids that help you remember information by associating it with something easier to remember. For instance, you might create a story that links together the key points you need to remember, or use a mind map to visually organize the information. And don't underestimate the power of visualization. Visualization is a powerful tool that can enhance your memory by creating strong mental images. When you visualize something, you're engaging multiple parts of your brain, which can help reinforce the memory. Create a mental image of what you're trying to learn. Whether it's a concept, a process, or a piece of information, try to visualize it in as much detail as possible. The more detailed and vivid the image, the more likely you are to remember it. The more detailed and vivid the image, the more likely you are to remember it. By incorporating these techniques into your daily routine, you can unlock your inner Sherlock and enhance your memory skills. So, start practicing today and see the difference for yourself. Let's talk about brain health. Your brain needs the right fuel to function at its best. We're talking about sleep, exercise, and managing stress. First up, nutrition. Your brain needs healthy fats to function properly. Think avocados, nuts, fatty fish, foods high in omega-3 fatty acids. And don't skimp on fruits and vegetables. They're loaded with antioxidants that help protect your brain. Sleep is crucial. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain and stimulates the growth of new brain cells. Stress management is key. Chronic stress can shrink the hippocampus responsible for learning and memory. Find healthy ways to manage stress. Let's talk about mindfulness and meditation. Meditation is like weightlifting for your brain. It's about training your attention and focus. Even a few minutes a day can make a big difference. There are tons of ways to meditate. Guided meditations, focusing on your breath, or paying attention to sounds around you. Find something that works for you and stick with it. Meditation isn't just about feeling calmer. Studies show it can change the structure of your brain. It can increase gray matter in the hippocampus and strengthen connections between different parts of your brain. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's a skill you can cultivate throughout your day. Let's talk about the future of brain enhancement. Technologies that sound like science fiction are becoming real. One promising area is neurofeedback. You get real-time feedback on your brain activity and learn to control those brain waves. Imagine training your brain to focus better, reduce anxiety, or enhance creativity. Then there are nootropics, or smart drugs. These substances claim to improve cognitive function. It's a fascinating area of research with some promising compounds. And then there's brain-computer interfaces, technology that allows your brain to communicate directly with computers or other brains. This is still in early stages, but the potential is mind-blowing. The future of brain enhancement is exciting. So there you have it, folks. We've covered a ton of ground today. By now, you should have a whole arsenal of tools and techniques to unlock your brain's hidden potential. Remember, your brain is your most valuable asset. Take care of it, challenge it, and never stop exploring its incredible capabilities. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your biggest takeaway from this video? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what your brain can do.